Bridgerton is a simple and light TV show whose success was not obvious at all. It was guaranteed by quite a complicated and surprisingly creative marketing that you won't find even in big movie productions. Today, you will learn the recipe for an extremely efficient marketing machine in the style of Bridgerton. Bridgerton is a series based on Julia Quinn's best-selling book. It has been translated into 41 languages and appeared more than 12 times on the New York Times bestseller list, so it's hard to call it niche or little known. Shondaland, Shonda Rhimes' production company, knew that Quinn's book had huge potential, but only if the right aspects of the novel were highlighted and others slightly changed. That's why show's showrunner, Chris Van Dusen, focused on 4 elements meant to shift from classic grandmotherly period drama. Bridgerton was supposed to be exciting and full of tension, beautifully dressed with great emphasis on costume quality, obsessed with gossip and intrigue, and diverse so that as many people as possible could identify with the show's characters. The ideal viewer of the show became a woman eager to enter an immersive world full of romance and intrigue, which is a fairy tale and not a historical document. At the same time, the show's characters has to have contemporary features, fears and desires for viewers to feel an emotional connection with them. Even a great product without effective marketing will not break through to the audience's consciousness. That's why brands' collaborations, podcasts and behind-the-scenes materials were conceived and planned even before the cameras started rolling. At the same time, efforts were made to nurture the audience's affection for the show's characters through interviews, actor interactions, articles about them, and behind-the-scenes materials. In addition to classic marketing, Shonda had a vision far beyond promoting the show itself. Bridgerton was meant to become a lifestyle, not just a series we return to once a year. Fans were supposed to look like Bridgertons, talk like Bridgertons, live like Bridgertons, and spend their time like Bridgertons. Just as Disney earns mainly from licensing Star Wars and not from the movies or series themselves, Netflix tries to create a trend that will keep the show alive while becoming an extremely lucrative business. The music layer also highlighted the modernity dressed in 19th century clothes and locations. At first glance, Bridgerton's music is simply beautiful instrumental pieces composed by Chris Bowers. However, each season features several instrumental covers of well-known songs. Fans of the series use these covers as their favorite audio for TikToks, popularizing them and embedding them in pop culture. Viewers also eagerly listen to them on Spotify, constantly bringing their thoughts back to the show. Bridgerton never leaves them, even if they are not watching the series at the moment. Many movies and series strive to maintain the aura of authenticity of the created world, but in the case of Bridgerton, it is quite the opposite. The show's crew and even the actors play with the show's convention. They are relaxed and sincere toward the viewers, inspiring trust in the sense that the characters of Bridgerton are like close friends of the viewers. The entire show communication emphasizes this sense of community. There is no boundary between the show's world and the real world. Both mix with each other, allowing the Bridgertonization process to progress in lightning speed. The show's marketers also fuel these feelings, publishing meme compilations and encouraging actors to prank each other. During each season's airing, the show's official podcast is also resumed. The Bridgerton universe cannot exist without stepping outside the internet and Netflix. That's why, right after the first season's release, the Shondaland marketing team go to work. In September 2021, Netflix announced it was organizing a live event, a ball. Initially, the event was organized only in the USA and Canada, but now you can also sign up for an event in Melbourne, Australia, on the official ball website. Tickets priced between $40 and $90 entitle you to participate in a 1.5-hour event, where participants can watch a live theatrical performance and listen to the show's music. Of course, there are also cocktails, sponsored by a gin producer, and photo spots. The organizers even prepared a special list of attractions to check off. Balls are just one of few activities practiced in the series. Another one is the so-called promenade, a public walk with the subject of one's affection. Bridgerton's creators decided to create an event in New York where you could meet the actors, watch dances, listen to live music, and, of course, buy some merch. This way, the classic event became another immersive experience. Most live events were organized in the USA and Canada, but in June 2024, there was also an interesting Polish accent. In Poznań and Białystok, Netflix organized a picnic where Bridgerton clothes and mothers were required. Participants could listen to live music, paint pictures and play garden games. Before the event, fans of the series could also ride a specially decorated tram for free and sit on a sofa at one of the stops. A similar attraction was also prepared in the small town of Bowral, Australia. The fourth element to bring the show's world into reality was a real wedding. 4 episodes of a program where stylists and wedding planner organize a wedding for a couple from the USA have been released on Netflix's YouTube channel so far. Building the universe efficiently boosts the show's popularity. Equally important is redirecting the viewer's purchasing needs to profitable places for the show's creators. Collabs or collaborations between companies are convenient ways to profit easily. Netflix took the matter very seriously, especially before the premiere of the 3rd season of the series. The number of collaborations is overwhelming, so let's divide them into a few categories. The first includes all kinds of drinks and snacks. The second covers relaxation for the body and mind. The third is about various beauty products. And the fourth will let you live like the Bridgertons. Let's start with beverages. One of the most famous Bridgerton collaborations became the spot featuring one of the Jonas brothers. Dressed in Bridgerton style, he learns how to dance correctly, look appropriate, and use time for an afternoon tea. This last element of aristocratic life was cleverly replaced with tea time, meaning time for gin, which he was advertising. The campaign generated massive traffic on social media, and the agency responsible for it boasts that the spot was viewed over 20 million times, generating several times more interest in the brands than usual. Fortunately, true tea fans will also find something for themselves. The permanent offer includes branded tea from the Republic of Tea, along with honey for sweetness and jam to spread on toast. You can also get a unique tea set in the official Netflix store. For tea time, there are cookies in aristocratic shapes and macarons for just €85. A true fan of Regency era values time for herself. For the bath, natural soap wrapped in a gossip label, bath products from Lush, and a unique series of scented candles and body care cosmetics from Bath & Body Works will come in handy. After relaxation, it's time for beautification. That's why Netflix marketers established as many as 3 collaborations with beauty brands: the Pat McGrath Labs, Kiko Milano, and Risqué. However, even flawless skin won't help if you keep sneezing during an afternoon walk with your beloved pet. That's why there was a somewhat surprising collaboration with Flonase, which sells allergy remedies. A beautiful mind and body should go hand in hand with equally magnificent clothing, so Netflix collaborated with the bridal gown brand Allure Bridals. The offer includes 5 types of dresses styled after the Regency era. Besides a magnificent wedding dress, it's also worth looking elegant every day, for example, thanks to the unique fabric collection from Liberty. Less affluent series fans can get Stradivarius, Target or Primark collections. You can also buy tableware and stationery at the latter. Completing the Bridgerton look are unique shoes and jewelry from an independent designer. Bridgerton is a series that catches the eye not only of style and chic fans, but also of those who love beautiful interiors, which we can discuss in detail on platforms like Architectural Digest. It is hard to determine if this film was made as part of a collab, but the collaboration with Carpet Company was definitely carefully planned. This is similar to the large-scale collaboration with Williams-Sonoma, which offered over 20 Bridgerton branded products, such as tableware and picnic baskets. Interestingly, fans of the series are not outraged by such extensive commercialization of the brand. On the contrary, they started coming up with their own ideas of future collaborations they'd like to see. If you think that 24 collaborations in just 3 years is a bit much, what about their own merch? Yes, Netflix has its official store with branded clothes and other goodies. The Bridgerton collection includes, for example, a plush corgi and a jacket for $250. There is also a book about the series' production, which seems to sell quite well and receives very good reviews on Amazon. What could be better than collabs that bring in cash, merch with a huge markup, and live events that people have to pay for? Trendjacking. If the companies essentially advertise your brand for free, it's a sign you are doing things right. Yes, inspirations that are not official collaborations do not directly translate into profit for Netflix and Shondaland. Still, they have a significant impact on building brand recognition, which results in high viewership and increased sales of officially branded physical products. One of the more interesting and more extensive trendjacking ads was the Uber Eats spot, starring the main character of Bridgerton's 3rd season. The ad creators quite creatively used the term period drama, which can be understood in 2 significantly different ways. Equally interesting, though somewhat controversial, was Citroën's approach, which, in its ad styled after an exaggerated Regency era, argued that electric cars are no longer reserved just for the elite. Several other brands also practiced more budget-friendly trendjacking, like SodaStream and Wedgwood. However, perhaps the most surprising and slightly odd thing was a job advertisement at the US Embassy in London, featuring a photo of the main character of the 3rd season of the series, and text written in the style of series' gossip columnist, Lady Whistledown. Okay, you already know all the most exciting marketing actions related to Bridgerton, so it's time to add a bit of tar to this honey barrel. No company is perfect and can make mistakes, especially when the scale of promotional activities has become an art in itself. Unfortunately, Shondaland marketers are increasingly encountering fan dissatisfaction. The main reason for the discontent is events that are supposedly advertised on the show's official social media, but are actually reserved only for celebrities and influencers. This happened, for example, with the Bridgerton World Tour, which turned out to be unavailable to fans from as many as 10 countries. The viewers' disappointment was compounded by the fact that Netflix had not organized any meetings with the cast before in many of them, so the sense of being overlooked was even more pronounced. Basically, almost everywhere you can meet the show's actors, entry is ticketed and by invitation only, which creates a significant communication gap aimed to close contact with viewers. Some of these types of events are more open to fans, but entry is only possible for a small number of lucky ones, as was the case, for example, in Italy. This kind of tactic is not objectively wrong, but I believe it should be better explained to fans. Misunderstandings about who an event is can cause confusion and frustration, which could easily be avoided. Bridgerton is a highly efficient business designed to generate profit for many years. Classic marketing in the form of actor interviews and behind-the-scenes films was complemented by well-thought-of music, with instrumental covers of well-known songs being an important part. Almost every event in the real world is ticketed, so it pays for itself and generates almost no cost. At the same time, balls, meetings with actors, or picnics cause a stir on social media and naturally increase brand recognition. Every element of the series, from the interiors to the actors' makeup, has been monetized through collaborations with over 20 brands, making the Bridgerton universe not just a product of imagination existing on the internet, but a real cultural phenomenon. In the next video, I'll tell you about a rather well-known company that takes full advantage of creating a totally crazy universe around itself. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it, and remember that all important links are in the description. Until next time, bye!